A lot of injuries and accidents happen at construction job sites, and that's because there's a lot of heavy equipment, a lot of moving parts, and sometimes this results in accidents. What I wanted to do is provide 3 tips on what to do after a construction accident. First, most importantly, is to get medical treatment. As soon as a construction accident happens, you should report to the doctor and ask the doctor to have diagnostic tests and evaluate everything. Some construction accidents are minor and it doesn't require much time at the doctors, while others are a little more complicated or a little more severe. But what's most important is that you report to the doctor and that you follow the doctor's instructions. For example, if a doctor tells you that you should follow up in a week, then you should follow up in a week. And part of the reason is not all of the injuries are instantly known. Sometimes it takes time for an injury to develop. And what you want to do is to make sure a doctor is monitoring that. So the number 1 tip is get the medical treatment you need. The second piece of advice is to report your injury to your employer and to the general contractor. A lot of employers, a lot of construction sites have obligations to document all workplace injuries and to implement any safety requirements. And sometimes they're OSHA, or in California, it's the Department of Occupation, can get involved and investigate the injury. What's important in reporting the injury to your employer is for 2 things. One, so that you can document what occurred, and second, so you can prevent it from occurring to other coworkers. Perhaps you were injured because of a hazard that exists. Perhaps a railing was loose and that's what caused your injury. What's important is to tell your employer so that no one else is going to get injured on that railing, for example. And then the third piece of advice is to contact a lawyer familiar with construction accident claims. If you were injured on the job, on the construction site, then you have a workers' compensation claim because you were injured while on the job, if you were an employee. But you might also have a personal injury claim. It depends on what caused your injury and whether someone else is liable for that injury. That's why it's important to speak with an attorney who's familiar in construction cases, familiar with investigating and identifying the proper documents to recognize whether you also have a personal injury claim. If you have any questions about a specific case, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.